Yeah, one team's ready. We're just waiting on the other one right now. But yeah, I agree. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you were right. Here goes the ready up. So it's going to be Snakewater for the map. It's going to be TC on red and Ayogurl on blue. Just so you know, a lot of the Ayogurl team are using aliases that I'm not allowed to say, but I'll try and call them properly. Kratos seems like he's earlier on mid. And are we in a pause already? Or is my STV down?
No, this is definitely a pause. Like 10 seconds into the match on LAN, and you're pausing.
I did tell beforehand, Kos is quite hungover, so maybe Kos has in fact passed out. So maybe we just need to revive Kos, and we can go back.
I'm sure we can get like a coffee drip or something. Yeah. It should be alright.
So there's not really a lot to analyze because we've basically got the first sticky mid-air. That's all we've got so far, and it looks like both of them have missed. So mediocre start. Well, we've got a bit of downtime. I want to talk. I'm interested to see Perm on Demo Man. Obviously, Perm's a main scout, played in Prem, played top Div 1. But he also played Soldier, sort of top Div 2. And I think on Demo Man, he could also make it happen as well. So I think it'll be interesting to see how he fares up against Kratos, an actual Div 1 Demo Man, in this matchup, especially on Snakewater, when it can be difficult for demos to get things done sometimes.
Well, I know Perm has played High Div Demo and Highlander, but that doesn't always necessarily transfer over properly. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. I want to see how AO just play. I mean, quite a few of them have been playing together for a season or two now. So I mean,
yeah, they play together quite regularly. Sort of Kos, Perm, what's for other Roma called Sideshow. There we go. That's who he is. Yeah, Efug played with him at the Lithuanian LAN, Info LAN. He played with them there as well. They came second. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see if Hawku is as good as he always talks like he is, because he always talks it up. Now, this game's easy. If you practiced, you could be the best. All this kind of like blah, 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 blah. So it'll be interesting to see. He is tagged up as Shit Nerd 1, so keep an eye on him if he can live up to his own hype. I don't know if we've got any news on why they are delayed or why the pause has happened.
Well, if we go have a look around the corner and there's some paramedics or something there, it's probably because of Cotters.
Yeah, I can see them all on the server, so I don't really know why anything's happened. Oh, apparently Ace has crashed.
He was doing that quite a few times yesterday, I think. There was some problems with his computer. So I don't know if that's going to mean he's crashing constantly for the whole match. I hope not, but I know I think they were playing Mix-Up, and Mix-Up got like 4 rounds when their medic wasn't there, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a computer issue. So I think Perm's saying they're going back live now-ish, so we should be back into this soon. Obviously, it does mean sort of after this middle 90 seconds in the future, because the way pauses work in TF2, Ace is going to disappear from the map. And obviously being the medic, he might have Uber charge to lose. It all really depends what happens on his mid, but it could really hurt Ayogurl before they've even really started in this first knockout game of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even if they win the middle, they can still end up worse off if they lose their medic with an Uber. But they're restarting right now, and it looks like I are taking the good position on this mid. They've got the height advantage already. PC are finding it hard to get in. In jumps Kos. He's going to try and take down Ramagan, and he does succeed, but trades his life for it. And now Ayogurl have just sort of backed off a little bit. They've given up the high ground, and are maybe trying to see if they can let TC back in to get some more frags. And it looks like Hildreth and Kratos are actually going to take the bait here. In comes Razor's Edge. He's going to try and take... He is going to take down Ethug, sorry. But Kratos is going down as well. Hildreth up, sat on that house. He's backed out as well. A bit of a long, drawn-out mid-fight here. Hallow's going to get fragged. And it looks like TC are just going to back off after that.
Yeah, some late deaths from TC there. They were caught in 2 minds whether they wanted to go for the enemy medic or not, but they ended up not going for it, and now Ace has a full Uber advantage coming through. As long as he doesn't time out anytime soon, they've got an Uber advantage to go to last with, as well as they secure CP2. And it looks like Perm wants to take it straight in. I think he wants to go left-hand side, he's closest to that door. He's just waiting for some backup from his team. Here comes Sideshow, Kos, and Hawku. They're going to lead it in. Perm's leading the charge. We're going to jump in and try and focus down that Heavy. The Heavy goes down pretty quickly. We're going to start the cap as well, and looks like a quick round for Ayogurl.
Yeah, so TC not living up to the hype that I'd given them earlier, so a bit disappointed at the moment on the first round, but hopefully they can pull themselves together. It is very early in the morning, so hopefully they can wake themselves up a little bit. That first round, give them a bit of a boost, and they can come back and give this game a bit of a kick in.
Yeah, TC were really passive on that mid. They really sort of need some better early aggression. Like, Ayogurl just got the medic frag and then just all collapsed around Ace and protected him. And I think this is where Ace times out. So TC are going to be able to get in this middle because Ayogurl aren't there because they don't have a medic.
Yeah, not the best idea to turn up to mid without a medic, so I applaud Ayogurl for making the right decision there.
Yeah, so we've all caught up now. Ace is back in the game after the pause. So they will be at uber disadvantage, but we'll be holding CP2 here, Ayogurl. I'm interested in seeing how much sportsmanship TC want to show, whether they want to let Ace build his uber back, or if they're just going to push anyway. There seems to be quite a lot of spam going on, so I'm not sure if TC will wait. Trying to make their way in through this sort of storeroom area, but no one's really getting that much space.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they've Ubered in onto grass right now, but they're way out. There's nothing they can really do. They do get Cos there and also Ethug, so they've got 2 frags out of the Uber, but Ace has got 75% advantage right now, and it's going to be really hard for them to push straight onto last. Although they do pick up Hawko, so they've got 3 frags. They could just take this 5v3 before Ace gets it.
Yeah, I don't know why they pushed their Uber advantage. Like, that wasn't fair at all. Ace is going to Uber on last to defend it. And we're going to clean up. I think just Walker. I think everyone else has got safely away. But yeah, like they should have let Ace get his charge back the same as they had. That wasn't fair. Sideshow's going to go down trying to push in top lobby, and that's probably going to stop that aggression. TC are holding pretty close, but they might be isolated here. The combined spam from the soldier and the scout and demo man even. And they're trying to get to Kratos as well. We're going to combine again on him, but Kratos is doing a good job of locking it down. And Ayogurl's push is stunted.
Apparently it's my TF2 birthday, so I keep seeing presents exploding everywhere, and it's really distracting.
Yeah, I've got sort of a birthday ball rolling around. I've got other stuff going around, so happy birthday TF2, I guess. Viewers going to come in from the near side here. They're going to focus down the heavy pretty quickly. Ace is getting pretty close to Uber. He's on 86% right now, but they have started the cap, and no one from Ayogurl is anywhere near it. They're just going to take the cap before Ayogurl can even get their Uber up.
Yeah, it's a nice place by TC, although you did say it wasn't fair. I mean, this is, you know, it's not their fault that he timed out, so I think they made the decision to push, and in the end it worked for them. But we'll see what they're going to do on this middle. Kratos is going to arrive a little bit faster than Perm, actually, and going to get some early sticks out, but can he even hit him? Doesn't look like it. Perm's even going to hit the first sticky onto him, and now in comes Cos. He's looking to get aggressive now. He's maybe just trying to stay up top for the moment. But TC have fallen back. Once again, Ayogurl take the high ground, and they look like they can get some good damage down here. And they do take down 2 TC players, but they trade Ethug for it. So surely Hallow's going to go down there. Yeah, he does. But he does manage to take down Hawko as well. Ace as well going down to a flank from Razor's Edge. I don't know where that was, but Ayogurl with 2 up right now. But Permzilla's got 160 HP. He's got loads of stuff to just completely decimate the remaining low health players in TC.
If he hadn't hit his soldier running around with the equalizer, but he's going to walk into a demo man now, and now Perm's caught out. But he's got his soldier with him. Sideshow's going to save his demo man. And Ayogurl should eventually pick up this mid, but Hildreth looks like he wants to fight it again. He's going to get 1 for 1, but TC seems to be taking his mid so passively, and Permzilla, the Ayogurl demo man, is just getting so much room, so much free damage, and just making it easy for his team. Like, Razor's Edge kind of saved it with a flank onto Ace. But TC need to take the mids to him. Like, you can't really be passive on Snakewater mid. It doesn't always work because of you're on the slope. There's too much of a height disadvantage. We're going to see Ayogurl take that mid win straight to CP2 right now, trying to pressure him from this lower area.
Yeah, I'm not quite certain of this. I mean, they don't really have any advantage, and they are taking a ton of damage as well from the TC players. So Permzilla maybe a little bit overextended there. Yeah, they're all sat on this grass. They haven't got the height advantage. They haven't really have a flank advantage either. There's only Hawko over on the flank, and he's been spotted. And they're just going to have to back out, yeah. They're all really low as well. TC could maybe push off this if they were on the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. Ayogurl seemed to stay in there quite a long time for how much damage they were taking when they weren't dishing out for damage either. And now TC do want to turn this into a push. Hildreth trying to lead for charge up top as the pocket. Kraos getting on point. Sideshow's just going to get spammed out right now. And TC are just winning the sort of war of the spam right now. They're even going to force the other team. And Ramagan's going to be able to milk that pretty easily. They do have 1 soldier behind to worry about, and a back cap as well, actually. So TC needs to make a decision now. They're not going to be able to cap middle. They have to go back and block that CP2. But Efug, that is, going to get both scouts, and now the demo man's on him as well. He's going to try and run away all the way to last. The medic's chasing him down. Is someone going to spawn? Or is he going to get on last? Ramagan's going to have to hit the needles here. He's capping the last point. The soldier's jumped in. It will just about be enough. Walker's going to clean him up as well, so his medic's going to stay alive. But a big 2-point swing there, going to put TC on the back foot again.
Yeah, Ayogurl now already up in this lobby. They can even get aggressive. Permzilla's coming out onto last, trying to sticky down Walker, but he's got some reinforcements now, and Perm's going to just back out. But Ayogurl, they've got the forward position in this lobby now. A really nice back cap from Ethug, and so close to capping out that last point as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which way they want to take it in right now. It looks like they're coming through that left-hand side. Oh, big snipe from Razor's Edge, going to drop the medic. Looks like Ayogurl want to commit anyway, just try and get some damage, but I think Hildreth getting a big shot there, and TC are just crushing these Ayogurl players. There's only, I think, one scout hiding in the oldest hiding spot in Snakewater underneath of the back cap. That's i52 up there. Surely this can't work. Yeah, one scout sees him, 2 shot. Razor's Edge going to take that one as well. Add that to his list. I'm not sure if this scout's going to get out as well. Yeah, Hawking manages to get away. But strong defense from TC, and they've got an uber advantage to push lastward as well.
Yeah, really nice.
Last middle.
If they can bully out Ayogurl as well, which they seem to be doing, they've done a lot of damage so far. Perm's gone down as well. They haven't had to pop that UBL, sorry, they have. It's been popped on middle for about 5 seconds now, and you're completely useless at noticing that. But it doesn't matter, they've got the middle, but they have lost uber advantage, so they're down to 30%. And well, they do have the positioning, and you know, 2 players down on Ayogurl. I'm not entirely certain if they're going to be able to push this as easily as they want to. Hildreth's going to jump in, as is Kratos, and yeah, Ayogurl actually just going to give this up.
Yeah, TC moved forward as quickly as they should there, and now they've got Ayogurl in sort of an awkward position where it's 6v6, but they have uber advantage, so they have to push off last. But they've only got about 20%, so it's going to be really difficult for them to get all the way to Ramagan in time with that uber. I wonder if Ayogurl are going to try it. It looks like they want to, but they need to go quicker. I think 80% already on Ramagan, and there's a lot of ground to cover. Ramagan's really far back. Soldier's going deep, but he's not going for the medic, and he's actually just going to get counter-jumped. They're going to trade 1-for-1. They're going to bait the Uber fight on the point now. Demoman and Medic against Demoman and Medic. But Permzilla's taking a lot of damage. He's juggled up in the air. He's going to have to be forced. Meanwhile, the other Ayogurl players are going down. It's 2-for-2. Kratos is jumping in trying to catch Permzilla, but Perm's going to surf it away nicely. But there is a scout on Ace lower, but his team come to rescue him. Scout's still on Ace. Ace down to 40. He's going to survive, but Kratos is jumping in now. He gets 1. He gets Ace. He finishes that frag, and the rest of TC are coming in, but Kratos are just going to be left out. I thought TC were all coming in, but they just kind of left Kratos to die right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was worth it to get the medic pick, because of course Ramagan does stay alive, and he's going to have 60-70% uber advantage. But if they end up giving up this point, they're going to be in a worse position, although they do pick Permzilla. What a nice play from Walker there to pick up Permzilla, stop the Ayogurl push. And now Ayogurl, they've got a couple of players out on this second point, but they lose i52, and now surely the rest are going to fall quickly. Koz is behind, he's in Saw, dealing... Okay, no, he just got piped by Kratos. So, yeah. Okay, that's done then.
Dealing no damage.
Yeah, TC should just push in with their 100% advantage. Let's just go.
Hawku and Ace trying to fight for world here with no Uber. The Uber's going to be popped eventually, and Perm's going to needs a miracle right now. They're taking their time about this. They're not really getting on the point. Surely they can't throw this defense from here. Surely they can't throw this push. Soldier on the point. He gets the point. That was weird. They were so close to throwing that. I can't believe it.
Yeah, a bit iffy, but of course they are just a mixed team, so that sort of teamwork not quite polished as a proper team. But I mean, still a nice play. That brings us to 2-1 to TC, and this middle's getting pretty good now. I wonder if they're going to allow them to take the high ground again. Ayogurl really like that high ground.
Yeah, TC needs to be more aggressive. They need to challenge them. You can't really just sit here on Snakewater with, like I said before, you have to just go trade bodies and see what happens. But look at that positioning from Ayogurl again. We're just moving forward as one. TC Hildreth's going to try and jump forward now, but they've already lost 2 people. It's making it messy quite now. It's just turned into a bit of a DM fight, and there's scouts behind, there's players all around on all the sides. Kratos is going to jump in, trying to focus down Sideshow right now, but everyone seems to be fighting one-on-ones across the map. So it all comes down to who wins these one-on-ones. And no one's died. A lot of people on low health. Now Koss is going to come in from behind. This might swing it. He's got 1, he's got 2, and Sideshow cleans up a play in the front, and Ayogurl just, again, convincing mid.
Yeah, they're taking that high ground. They're really able to dominate it, I think, from that position. And while TC have got maybe a flank coming in from Razor's Edge or something, it's not always going to work. Razor's Edge has actually picked up that sniper rifle, but just gets completely sticked out by Permzilla. So TC just sitting on their last. They're not looking to defend second. They just want to try and get as much of an Uber as possible, as I can see them building, but Ace has got a 70% advantage right now, and they're just going to push straight in through that right-hand side. So,
I'm surprised there's no off-class really from TC. They're just going to try and hold it. Hallow comes out as heavy now, but it might be too little too late. He's going to get focused. No, he's not going to get focused down. It's just the focus is coming in really late on this heavy. It's going to take a long time to die. Meanwhile, Sideshow's been dropped as well, and now the players are going to go aggressive onto the remaining Ayogurl players. But I'm not sure if the damage is going to be enough. And the scout is maybe trapped in, and Walker's doing a load of damage from behind. And I believe Ace must have dropped again because we're at a pause.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the giant needle coming out of Ace's face right now, or is that just my?
No, I got it too. Yeah, that doesn't seem quite to proportion. It's a little bit enlarged. But yeah, it looks like TC are going to be able to hold on to this because Efug's still in, but he's on, what, 30 health. Ace is trying to arrow him. Perm's on 48 health, but he's separated from the medic. Whereas TC have a buff demo man at 90 HP scout, and he's with Ramagan, so he's going to be 100 in no time. So I think it's going to be another fatal push by Ayogurl. And even though Ayogurl are doing well on mids, they just can't get anything done at last.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about that lack of off classes from TC. I mean, they had the heavy right at the end, and maybe that worked because he came out so late that he wasn't for the focus of the first sort of 5 seconds of the Uber, and he bought a lot of time for his team to rotate round and come in through that right-hand side. And that seemed to have worked as well, because Ayogurl just seemed to crumble after that point.
Yeah, they took their time. Like once, like Perm tried to chase people across the point, while Sideshow tried to focus down the heavy. Either choice is fine, but they need to do the same thing together, or it's just nothing's gonna happen quickly enough for them to gain any ground. They'd use the whole Uber to get the frag and not to gain any ground or positioning from it. So I guess we're gonna see this a lot, like you said, because it's kind of mixed teams. But these last pushes especially aren't gonna be as organized as structured. So we might have to look at a lot of failed last pushes. But right now, TC do have the lead. And there's about 18 minutes left still, so it's still quite early days. There's only one round in it, so it can still go either way. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when Ace finally gets back in the server.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say this is the upper bracket at the moment. So we've got TC representing the lower groups and Ayogurl representing the invite group as well. But even if you lose this just one map, you only get knocked down to the lower bracket. So you've got to lose 2 in a row, I think, or just 2.
2 in total, yeah.
Before you get knocked out of the competition altogether. So there's a lovely graphic over on CompTF, which I just noticed you brought up, but I don't think it's on stream at all. But that shows everything. So if you're confused about who's going where, or later in the day, of course, once people start getting knocked out, you can see who they've played and who's played what.
I'll put it in chat for you guys. I'm actually tagged up as Ali right now. I'm on his account, but that's the link. So yeah, the winner of this gets the privilege of going forward to get smashed by Epsilon in the next round. So, yeah, basically they need to win this really, just because they are going to encounter those top teams. So if they want to get as far as they can in the competition, they need to not lose to the teams around them. Or not, like their LAN could be over by midday, and that's only a day and a half of LAN. That's not really a good amount of LAN for your money.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I came last year, I didn't even make it past the group stages, so I got half a day of LAN last year. So it's sort of annoying when you won't make it, but you want to see the top teams as well. I mean, that's what we're all here for, is the invite group, to see how they play and how they play later in the event as well, especially in these later knockout stages. Yeah,
as it stands, I'm looking at the server right now, and Ace is not back in the server, so I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with his PC, if it's overheating, if it's just rubbish anyway. But yeah, expect more delays, unfortunately, I think, as Ace tries to get his computer back online and run in TF2 again. I've got the frags up as well. There's not really a lot to tell. I've not really seen many people stand out. Like Razor's Edge is hitting top frags on 18. He's been impressive. He obviously got that important snipe on the medic onto last, which really helped TC hold it and turn it all the way around. But other than that, the frags are pretty even. Perm's doing quite well. TC seem to be generally doing better, except for Hallow and Walker, who are sort of propping up the bottom. So a bit of a weird split among their team, where they've got the top fraggers and the bottom fraggers. A little bit of an imbalance of skill maybe across the roster.
Yeah, I mean, well, Hallow's he's been sort of dipping around Div 2. Walker's a medic main, I think. Last time I saw him, he was in Div 1 as a medic. I can't remember.
He's played a lot of things main. He's played Soldier main, he's played Scout main, he's played Demo main. He's played all of them main to somewhere around Div 2 and Div 1 skill level. Pretty much a good all-rounder.
Okay, fair enough. Well, he doesn't seem to be having too good. I mean, as I said, it is early on in the day. A lot of people probably quite hungover, so...
I can confirm Ayogurl are very hungover. All the English players, at least, sort of Hawku, Sideshow, Koss, maybe Permzilla as well, or maybe he's been a responsible admin and has behaved himself.
Doubt it. Yeah, so you're just waiting. Again, we apologize for the delays, guys. You know, pauses happen. LAN computers can be good, like the ones we've got, and then they can be bad, like the ones that Ace has got, obviously. So
Yeah.
Fairly certain he hasn't bought his own, has he?
No, I don't think he would have. Not from Norway. No, he would have rented, surely. But clearly he got the worst ones because of his placement in the seedings. See, I presume that's how they get distributed. The best players get the best PCs, and everyone else just gets whatever's left. Yeah, there's not really much more to talk about because it's still quite early on in this map, and we're at a big pool. I'm just looking at the bracket right now. The other teams are now going to be playing.
Reload it.
Reload it. Oh, okay, we've got some results. That's good. Here we go. So, unsurprisingly, Mixup have beaten Redmond.tf, or Somniac have beaten FG. I want to find out what FG stands for. It's just FG Esports. Nobody knows. It's a mystery. Saints have also beaten Lads on Tour. IM have beaten Wind Tunnel. And Reason have beaten Dogs.tf. So again, none of those results surprising. I think Epsilon still have to play
GTD.
Yeah. So they still have to play them. They're probably going to win and play the winner of the game we're currently waiting to unpause. But none of those results are surprising at all, really. But what's going to be interesting is the fixtures it sets up for the upper bracket round 2. So one of the games is obviously going to be Ayogurl or TC versus very, very likely Epsilon. Then the next game is going to be Mix-Up or Somniac. Then also Froyotic against Reason and Saints against Immunity. So there's going to be some interesting matches there. I think Immunity Saints might be a little bit one-sided. But Reason have been playing well. Maybe can they accept Froyo? And Mix-Up against Somniac is going to be really interesting because they both played badly yesterday. And one of them is going to have an elimination before even midday.
Yeah, Mix-Up talking about how they've been like given multiple excuses how they're not trying, they haven't been practicing. That was only a warm-up day. Platt was jet lagged. They've said multiple times they're going to turn it on today, and this is when it gets harder, and this is when they're going to start trying. So it'll be interesting to see how they play as well today. Later on in the day, I don't know who's going to be casting what or whether it's going to be on the second stream, but I suspect that game will definitely be casted.
Yeah, I imagine that, and also the Reason Froyotech one will probably be casted again. Hold on, I'm just getting a chat log through from Permzilla and Snowy. Perm says he thinks he's going to be back soon. So that sounds almost promising.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully it won't be too much longer before we can get back into the snake water action. But yeah, looking back at those brackets, it's going to be, I think Mix-Up or Somniac is going to be really interesting. I think both teams have a lot to prove after yesterday. They both come and underperformed massively. Sort of Seagulls, Ebersai, they've not been hitting as good as they should. Bit of bite action for you there. But yeah, neither of them have played as good as they should. So it's going to be really interesting. Hopefully one of them or both of them can step it up and really sort of come and show what they came to show at this LAN.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed on that picture that we just had in the centre that there's Hildreth just walking off, so I'm not quite sure what's going on over there. Hopefully they're going to get started soon. How are we doing on the server?
Well, Ace is back in the server, so that's always a good sign. So hopefully, I told Permzilla to give me the go-ahead when they go. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer.
Some nice sideshow cam there. Yeah, it's a nice sideshow camera there with his GoPro. Is he taking the lens cap off? He was complaining that he keeps forgetting.
This guy. Uh-oh. Technical problems, bear with this. Ari's on it as always.
Get some feedback into the LAN venue. You guys won't be able to hear it over on the stream, at least I hope not. But we can definitely hear it.
30 seconds.
Yeah, so 13 people. Go on. While we've got a pause, we've got a little bit of a preview. 10 minutes of the game played. Tell me a final score, Reishi.
4-3 TC.
Okay. Now I'm going to go the other way. I think Ayogurl, some kind of botched last pushes, but I think TC are going to make mistakes as well. And on the balance of it, I reckon Ayogurl maybe the same scoreline, 4-3. As I think we got a short unpause, so I think we're going to have some TF2 back for you soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So get ready for that. It looks like in that short unpause, Efug went down to even less HP, down to 14. So he's probably going to die straight away. Perm's just going to have to back out. It'll be interesting to see if Razor's Edge just wants to chase Ace here, just like following Wolverine down out main, or if he's just going to stay with his medic and maybe do a bit more of a structured push out. So yeah, any second now we should be back in the TF2. So yeah, I'm 4-3 the other way. I think Ayogurl are going to win. Like, they are the top seed. They're from the invitational bracket, I think like they should win. They are expected to win, even if they are hungover. I think because TC are only in mixed as well, then they're going to make the similar kind of mistakes. So on the balance of both mistakes, I think DM will shine through, and just more experience with the game will shine through. So 4-3 Ayogurl.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, it all comes down. I mean, TC have just defended this pretty handedly. Ethog's just going to go down there, and Ace might even get caught out actually, because he's pretty far forward, and Razor's Edge is chasing him down. He's hit one arrow, he's hit the second, but isn't able to catch it, and Ace does go down. So Ayogurl in a pretty dangerous position. Permzilla didn't even back out, and he's going to get battered down. Maybe he forces the Uber out.
Oh my god.
Please,
please kill Permzilla. Please just kill him.
Desperately
please
trying to
kill
bat him down. Oh,
there we go. Oh god, that was awkward to watch. That was that was probably more painful than that pause we just had to go through. I'd rather we were just watching the pause still.
That was just embarrassing for poor Kratos there. Ramagan did not need to force an Uber, but oh well. Coming up onto a big fight on middle. TC trying to edge their way in, trying to force out Ayogurl, and they do in fact get a pick onto Cos right now, so they're going to come in and they're going to take that high ground. Kratos is already up there, spamming them out. Ayogurl just going to back out. And it is actually a crit over on Ramagan, but
Perm's been used on Perm. He can't get anything there. He's trying to fire at him. People are hiding from him. There's soldiers above him. Ace is going to get wrecked here, surely. They're going to crush down on them. Perm gets Walker in the end. And Ace will just about survive thanks to that crit sticky. But a failed crits push, and Ace and Kos are going to have to run away here.
Yeah, they didn't even pop the Uber for that crit.
This is where Ace times out. So okay. Ace is about to drop from the server. Or maybe, yeah. There he goes. So he will spawn for last again, but these problems are really hurting TC. We talked about it before where TC went, and I don't think they should have let Ace get an Uber. Like, Ace is back in the game now, but I guess he had Uber disadvantage anyway, so it's okay. It's interesting to see Ace is still running crits even though he's on the defense. I think it's just because he knows he didn't have time for anything, so a crits is better than nothing. And he's already halfway to the crits, and TC are taking their sweet time in deciding which way they want to push right now.
Well, they're coming in through that right-hand side. They've Ubered early. They know that there might possibility of a crit. Kratos is going to jump in deep. Razor's Edge going in far as well. Sideshow's going to be the first frag, and now Ayogurl are not really anywhere near the point, but TC don't really have anyone on it at the moment. I say that. Razor's Edge just jumps on it as I say that and caps out. So TC, you're going to bring us to 3-1, and a convincing push. I think they would have done that anyway, even if Ace hadn't timed out, because he was going to be caught out on grass anyway. So
yeah, they wouldn't have it either way. The only questionable thing is Kos shooting the soldier on top of point instead of shooting the scout on point while he was capping. But I don't know, splitting hairs here. We're going to see him come to middle again, and TC again looking pretty defensive on his middle. Ayogurl could really not just do with winning these middles, but turning them into round caps. And here goes Sideshow all the way straight onto the medic, destroys Ramagan. Nice from Sideshow. Permzilla's trying to walk across the point, but he needs some more heals from Ace to make it happen. TC are still in this mid. They're going to drop Walker as well, but they've got a scout coming in now. Razor's Edge is trying to make space for his team, but there's not a whole lot of health left on the TC players, and they'd be wiser just to back out here.
Yeah, and once again, Kos is in behind. He's catching the retreating players of Hildreth, and Razor's Edge gets caught somewhere else. I'm not quite sure, but Ayogurl, they don't lose anyone on that mid except from Sideshow, who did a perfect bomb in my opinion. So again, they're showing their dominance on these middles. TC just haven't got the positioning. They're not coming in aggressively enough. But then again, if Ayogurl can't push last, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, as good as their mids are, it means nothing if you can't take turn it into a round win. Looks like they're going to come from lower. It looks like it's going to be Kos and Permzilla leading the way. Trying to focus down the medic. The medic will get back into spawn though. No frags as of yet. Ace is going to bait some time to the point, but still not a lot of point presence. The scout's going to go now, and TC aren't reacting to it at all. TC too busy trying to fight Kos over on the far side, and they just completely leave the point. Amateur hour.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, I don't know what they're doing. Kos was doing the sort of pocket thing where you get in their faces, you get to be the distraction, and they let themselves be distracted by it. That's, yeah, as you say, amateur hour. But once again, we'll see this middle. Can they change anything up? Can they actually get aggressive? Can they say, again, Kratos is hanging back. He's not pushing across. They're hanging around that soul room. They're reluctant to come in from the combo. The flanks maybe start doing something. Permzilla's going to be the first death, but they lose 3 immediately after that. And Ao can very easily come back in right now.
They just need to play around Ace here, yeah. They're taking a lot of damage. They've found themselves just all in the same space. They're just all going to eat the same spam. And Kratos is actually going behind him now, I think. I don't know if he wants to drop down. He's going to try and snipe the medic. He will take Ace down. And that's crucial right now, because not only will TC get mid, they'll have an uber advantage due to Ace's late death as well. On the basis that Ramagan will link up with his pocket here. Yeah, there we go. So uber advantage. And it's a crit streak as well for TC.
Yeah, that's going to really give them a huge boost in aggression, and hopefully if they can get on Kratos and just push, they're going to get some big picks with this crit, and well, it could be another round win for them, definitely. We've still got 13 minutes left in this game, so it's still up in the air with the scoreline only at 3-2 to TC. But this second fight is looking a lot focused around the point. TC coming in, there's no one really sitting on over the flanks. Ayogurl just maybe looking like they want to back out into lobby. Sideshow might get caught out here. No, he does manage to get escape, and Hallow's going to be the only one going down.
I like this from TC. They've taken CP2 for free. Like a couple of players went quite low, but they've taken 2 for free. So now they have this crit to go to last with, and it looks like Kratos wants to come from lower with it. So I presume Hildreth's going to jump in to make a distraction. So it's going to be all about when the sticky lands for Kratos. He doesn't get anyone so far. Soldier's going to go aggressive on him. He's still not found any damage. So his medic's going to go down. He's going to finally kill i52, but the Soldier's going to kill him. And a car crash with a crit from TC. Soldier's going to come in try and get Ace, but Ace has got the moves. He's going to get away, and it's only Hallow alive. I don't know if he's playing for the back cap, I think, in the cheese area.
I think he might be looking for it, but he's going to run into Kratos there, and he's going to decide that that's a good pick as well, and he is going to get... sorry, he's going to run into Permzilla and picks him out. So it might be easy for TC to repush if it wasn't for that Uber that Ace has got. Again, sort of, they're getting the right picks at the right times, but they're getting the right picks at the wrong time, should I say. They should be able to defend mid, though, and might even be able to get themselves up an Uber with the fact that Permzilla went down.
Yeah, Ayogurl won't go in like Sideshow. I think it's actually Sideshow playing Pocket and Cosplay and Roma. Not what it says on CompTF the other way around. But they're going quite slowly, like it's 75% already, 80% now for Ramagan. Like he's going to have Uber by the time Sideshow gets anywhere near him. He's walking in. They've not taken a lot of spam. They can still pop quite late. But Sideshow's taking this quite slowly. It's going to end up being an Uber exchange on this middle, but there's a lot of players involved. There's going to have to be a lot of flashing from Ace to keep everyone healthy. Same from Ramagan. Both teams flashing a lot. And it looks like Ayogurl just want to try and run away, but they might catch a lot of damage on the way out. Ace is down to 20 health, and then there's a couple of other weak players. They're going to try and get out. Ayogurl are so low. They've only lost 1 so far, though. And, okay, there we go. The weak players are getting picked off, and they're 3 down, and TC can just roll CP2 now without a lot of resistance.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they're quick enough, they can even get straight onto that last point as well. They do have a slight disadvantage, so they do maybe want to go really quickly before those spawns come in. But there's no scouts at the moment for Ayogurl. But no, they look like they're going to take their time, just get up that Uber and then look for an advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be an Uber exchange. It's going to be interesting to see if TC want to just go bash heads with this Uber. We've seen a lot of sort of other invite teams going for like preferring pick classes, and actually Ayogurl aren't going to give him a chance. Ayogurl are going to push. They're going to pick off 1 soldier. They're going to try and pick the medic as well. Ramagan's down to 70 health. He doesn't quite have Uber yet. He'll just get it now. He'll get it in time. They'll pick off i52. Permzilla's massively overextended right now. Kratos has got the stick out again. Perm's juggled up in the air, but Perm gets both of them with a downwards pipe. Perm embarrasses Kratos once again. And now Hawk is cleaning up players. He's got to fight that soldier, and he will get picked off. And the dust kind of settles, and no ground has been gained or lost. But I don't know why Kratos pulled out the stick there and just let Perm kill both of them.
Yeah, Kratos really wants that stick kill. I don't even know.
To the detriment of his team, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Razor's Edge going down there as well. That's just a tragedy.
Yeah, so again, we're just seeing a sort of cookie-cutter lineups from both teams. I think Kos is playing. He's playing a sort of hiding in the former drop-down area. I think just waiting to try and catch someone out. He's got Hawk who's spotting for him. I presume, I hope Ramagan's just going to walk into that area. Kos is going to go, I think he's going to go soon. Ramagan's right round the corner if Kos goes, but Kos has gone the other way and just left. If Kos had used the other door, he would have been able to force the medic. But here comes that Uber from TC. Ace is just about going to get it now. They're spreading out the damage a lot. TC are going to lose 2 people straight away. Nice counter Uber from Ace there. Hildreth is still in on last. Perm's going to need help with him. Here comes Sideshow and Borku. That should clean those ones up. And they should be able to push out of this. I think it's just Hallow alive.
Yeah, but where's he? He's trying to get in aggressive onto the combo. He's fighting 1v4, and it's just never going to work for him. An easy point to push for Ayogurl. They might even get middle out of this. They do have a 35% advantage, and if they push aggressively, then they can definitely do something with this.
Razor's Edge is going window as sniper. But he changed his mind. He's going to watch the other door as sniper. He's going to try and get an entry pick. He misses the soldier, though, and the soldier's going to be able to force him back. And now Ayogurl know about the sniper. They might just go straight away, or they might want to wait for the Uber. Perms might walk into these stickies as well, but stickies is baited out. And Perm's trying to make his way forward. They're very close to Uber now, but I think Ace caught a lot of damage there, and they're going to have to fall back to the health pack.
Yeah, I think Razor's Edge hit a body shot on him, a slightly charged one, so he's had to desperately fall back. But they're coming in now. They've rotated around through house. They're coming in. They've lost Cos on entry, which is not so good. But they've got the positioning on the point. But they do have a huge disadvantage. The Uber gets forced somewhere. I don't know where it is.
In kitchen.
Ramagan.
Yeah, they're trying to come out of kitchen. They walked into sideshow though, so they had to pop quite early. And now they've got a scout dancing above them, but oh wow, nice rocket from, I think, Hildreth that was, to finish that one quickly. And Ayogurl seems to still want to fight this. They've got the numbers. Perm's going to come in from the other side now and make it. Oh, and Cos from behind. A great sandwich here from Ayogurl. They're going to clean up 3 frags for that, and surely they'll get the medic. That's 4 in a matter of seconds for Ayogurl. The crowd erupts. And Ayogurl going to get this mid pretty comfortably. I think Walker's gone in for a solo. Oh, Razor's Edge is with him, and TC are just throwing the players at him right now. They're only 1 round ahead, TC, but this could turn into take them all the way back to their own last.
Yeah, that was definitely really, really nice. Ayogurl, nice sandwich maneuver. And, I mean, they should be able to get last out of this. They do have 90%. Are they going to wait 2-3 seconds just to pick up that Uber? They should do. There is a sentry. They've heard that. They immediately take it down, though. And going to rotate maybe lower or into that far right. Yeah, they're pushing in through far right. The Uber gets popped off. Perms and i52 leading it in, looking for those frags. TC rotate round, but they've left the point completely open. There's sticks on it, which takes down i52, and there it is. That's going to bring us to 3-3, and an easy round for Ayogurl there. Some good, a really nice play on middle, leading straight into that last point.
Yeah, TC a bit way too slow on that sort of rotation through spawn. Ayogurl were able to just cap it out before there was any sign of a TC players coming out of the other door. So we can go to the mid again. Kratos again been a lot more defensive than Perm. And it's really allowed Ayogurl to get the foothold in these mids early on. Both demos just trading spam, no one hitting each other yet. So we're going to have to wait for the soldiers to arrive. And it looks like Cos wants to go pretty early. He's going to force Ramagan really back. And look at Perm just walk across the point, but Walker's all over Ace. That's going to slow him down, and it's allowed TC to stabilise a bit. TC going to try and move back in. A lot of damage on Sideshow, and Ayogurl might just have to give this up. And TC are going to chase, I think. I think they're hungry to try and pick off Ace while they have the numbers advantage. Yeah,
Hallow's in on him alone. He misses the first arrow. All he needs is a little bit more help, but Hallow does go down. A nice play by Permzilla coming in and saving his medic. But TC have taken this middle, and they're even getting a little bit aggressive onto that second point now. But they've caught Permzilla out. He's got down to 87 HP. In comes Cos to try and jump in and put some damage down onto the combo. Ramagan's going high. He's caught out on second point with an Uber, desperate to not pop it. Permzilla had backed out. If he'd maybe stayed in there, he could have definitely forced the pop out of Ramagan.
I think so. The problem is Perm got separated from his medic, so it became a little bit of a... I think Perm thought he was going to die quicker than he did. TC kind of left him alive for a while. So Perm wasn't expecting sort of a gift of his life there. And now we're going to see an Uber exchange on last. It'll be interesting to see what TC want to do. It looks like they want to just pile people through this left side, maybe gain a bit of free ground. Looks like it's just going to be a suicide from Walker. He's going high, but Ace just walked into spawn. He can't get anywhere, and actually Perm's going to pop to save his demo man. But it was just the 2 players going in, and TC have completely baited out the Uber from Ayogurl right now. And they're going to lose 2 people pushing into lobby. This is tragic for Ayogurl right now. Surely TC can just... they're going to push underneath. There's a player going behind, but it shouldn't make a lot of difference. They're going to push underneath right now. Sideshow's going to get taken down trying to go for the force. Kratos is going to get straight on the point, going to start capping it. They're focusing down different players, but it's working out. Hallow's picked up 1. Hawku's low above the point. Ace is behind. They get another point, and TC regain their lead, 4-3. 4 minutes 25 seconds left, and Ayogurl don't have a lot of time. They need to start moving forward off these mids, start taking it all the way to last.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the score I predicted, but I think with 4 minutes left, there's still definitely possibilities for a couple more rounds from both teams. So I'll be interested to see what happens. TSC finally going to get aggressive on middles, and they really need to start doing this. They only just sort of won that middle just because Cos failed its bomb, and they got that positioning. Yeah, here they go. They're taking that high ground. They've really got it, but it doesn't matter because Perm hits a godlike pipe, taking down both soldiers. TC, you followed my advice. What did you do? I'm just a low div shitter. You don't do that.
Yeah, Perm's absolutely trashing him right now. I think he's on 4 doms. He's going to double kill on mid. And if only anyone else in his team could contribute, they might be able to take this to last and cap it. We're going to come through, and there are some stickies on this shutter door, but I don't think Kratos was watching them properly. It just seemed to be like a random dep. And now we're going to see this Uber exchange on last. I want to go left now with this. Yeah, here he comes with Perm. And Ayogurl really need to make this push count. They're running out of time, but clock's against them. They need a round at least to tie it up. And Ayogurl just seems to be milling about in the middle now. I'm not sure what they want to do. Oh, double scouts right side. Here we go. They're going to follow in, focus for Medic. Medic's going to pop pretty early. He's going to try and flash both scouts out now, Ace. But he's not on Hawku. Hawku's going to get picked off on the exit. And now TC might be able to chase this a little bit if they want. Scout's going to run from lower. He's behind on Ace. Ace is taking 40 damage. The Scout's not really committing, though. The Scout's just harassing from lower. He's going to run into Ace again. Ace didn't see him? I don't know. They're just getting forced out of top lobby. Ace gets separated from his team. Ace goes down. Terrible push from Ayogurl once again. They lose their medic, and I think they're going to try and go for a force here as they push out into CP2. But here comes the soldier in. Ramagan's not taking any damage yet. They're just shooting other players, but they're getting picked off now. Hawku's trying to come in, but he faces a one-on-one with a scout. And this aggression from Ayogurl just isn't. They're not together enough. It's too easy for TC to just pick them off one by one.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they were doing there. I mean, Ramagan had advantage, but he didn't have an Uber at all, so it wasn't a force play, it was just a suicide play. But they're coming onto this middle right now. TC looking strong, they've taken that high ground. Ayogurl just running for their lives out through that house area, and it's an Uber up for Ramagan as well.
Yeah, Ayogurl needs something. They have Koss hiding in the kitchen right now. I don't think anyone from TC is going to go there, so we might... Oh, he's going to go early. He's gone a little bit soon. He's going to try and get on the medic. He's got one rocket on the medic. I think he was maybe going to hit the second one, but he gets taken out too quickly. TC all focus on that player. They can't get the force, but TC are just playing really passive now. I think TC just want to hold mid. They know Ayogurl have to push, and there's only 2 minutes left. They're playing for the win here. Passive play, and Ayogurl are going to have to push with a player down. Sideshow's going to take a lot of damage coming through the store. This is not a good Uber for them. Sideshow gets air shot as well. Sideshow gets absolutely trashed from this Uber. Perm's going to try and do what he can, but Perm might be trapped out now by Kratos. The Uber's coming in. Ramagan's having a little peek there. And here come the rest of the team. Perm's going to go down. And this could be curtains for Ayogurl right now. Soldier flanking Ace already. Ace is down to such low health. Down he goes. Walker's going to get a nice rocket on Hawker before going down as well. But TC somehow lost a lot of people during that as well. I don't really see that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Razor's Edge already forward on middle. He's taken down Hawku, but immediately gets countered by i52. And now Ramagan, he's running for his life back onto his second point. They've only got to hold it for another 45 seconds. They are winning at the moment, TC. It's 4-3, 40 seconds left, and they're looking to defend middle. This could be a dangerous play. If they lose too many players, then Ayogurl could roll it onto last, but it doesn't seem to happen. Sideshow and i52 are going to be the first frags. TC, they're taking the frags. Ayogurl are nowhere near middle. They've had to back out into Saw, and TC have taken middle here with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, they basically run out of time right now. Ace is just running in, surfing his way in with arrows, going to get taken down, and that's an upset. Ayogurl come from the upper bracket, the last team in the invite group, but still in the invite group. There was a little bit of talk before this tournament went ahead if TC, out of TC and Ayogurl, who should be in the invite group, and they were talking about having a playoff, sort of a head-to-head to decide. But basically TC weren't here in time, so it got given to Ayogurl. But TC with the upset here, they're going to progress through the upper bracket, face Epsilon. And Ayogurl only have one more chance before we're out of the tournament for good.
Absolutely. I'm not entirely sure who they'll be playing, but I'm fairly certain they could beat them. Sideshow's just walked up, and he does not seem to look too happy with his loss there.
Perm's face. Perm, if we can get the logs. Yeah, we can do an interview. Perm, are you up for it? I think Perm's coming for an interview. Bless him. Hello, Perm.
Hello.
How was that for you?
Worst game of my life.
So, you seem to be playing quite well, Demo Man. Maybe initial question marks there, playing Demo Man off your main. But you seem to do fine. Your team, on the other hand, not quite the same.
We had a bit to drink last night, and some people handled it better than others.
Were you drinking as well?
I can handle it. I went to the bed at the same time as Sideshow and Koss, like 5 AM. I handle the drink like I can. That's pretty much the story of the game.
Well, we have the logs right here, so I think these logs are a little bit warped because of the pauses. Your damage per minute seems quite low. But you did 11k. Where are your soldiers? 6k from costs and 7k from sideshow. Not great.
Don't want to say names, but just the team in general wasn't very good.
You don't want to say names, just everyone except for yourself.
Just everyone apart from me, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Other than that, are you enjoying LAN? Are you having a nice time here?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday the games weren't exactly good. We only had one good game against Saints, but yeah, after the games it was pretty fun. Just drinking, chatting, you know. That's what you should do at a LAN.
Yeah, so obviously, I think I've got a bracket up here. Let me refresh it. So obviously, you miss out on the privilege of playing Epsilon in the next round. So I think if we go down to the lower bracket, you're going to play GDT?
Oh, great. Probably lose to them as well.
Oh, the replays are coming up. So these are going to be replays of the game. So I imagine quite a few of your moments will be on here. Maybe not the rest of your team, but maybe...
I'd be surprised if anyone...
Here we go, Perm.
Oh, yeah.
So just for Dukes here, and this was literally, like, this was just after the pause, and it was so embarrassing to watch for Kratos. Like, I felt so bad. Like, what's going through your head at this point? Are you calling this?
I'm just laughing. Like, there's people watching behind. I don't know what's going on. Dodging around, just trying to distract him. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I think there was another bit where he tried to pull a stick out on you, and you got launched up above him. And you shot like a pipe down, and you killed like him and Razor's Edge or something. You took them both out.
I got launched, and then I just shot a pipe below me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the GTD roster up here, if you can see that. I've got Fenrir, Hazo, Mads, Marek, Zero, Docs 5.
Sounds good enough to be us, I think.
I recognise Fenrir, so...
Fenrir, yeah.
Okay, so I think...
i49.
Yeah, so good luck in the lower bracket, Perm. I think we're going to have to wrap this up now because we've got another game coming up. But thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Good luck with your band of drunkards.
Thanks.
And I think we might go to a short break, but stay tuned on TFTV. We're going to come back with another game pretty soon. I think it'll be upper bracket.